Good morning, everybody. Nice to see you all. You're all looking wonderful and very intelligent this early Monday morning. Nice to see you all. Well, today I've been given the arduous topic of talking about meat. I presume that's meat spelt M-E-A-T, not M-E-E-T, the noun, not the verb. So I'm going to take the conversation, or the topic of this speech, as being the meat that we could eat, which is a rhyme. Like I'm a poet, and I didn't know it. And so, the topic of meat is interesting, even if you're a vegan or vegetarian. I'm not exactly a vegan or vegetarian, but I do prefer not to eat meat. And so today, I'm going to tell you 3 reasons why I don't eat meat, and why I think you should not eat meat too. The 3 reasons are: 1, animals are intelligent, just like humans. In fact, I don't think they're very different at all. The second thing is, eating animals is really bad for you. It's not good for your health. And the third reason is, eating animals is bad for the environment, meaning the world, the planet we live on. So, number 1, animals are really quite intelligent. In fact, I've met some animals that are more intelligent than people. That's true. Once in New Zealand, when I was a child, at a friend of the family's farm, I was helping to catch the sheep and to take them up to the shearing shed to be shorn. Because they're very woolly and heavy, and when it rains, their wool gets wet. And so I met this big old mother sheep. In fact, she was quite like an ajuma. She was an ajuma sheep. She was very big and strong and powerful and scary looking. And she looked at me when I was not a very old child. I could see her thinking. She was thinking, that boy from Wellington, he is not very big, he is not very powerful, he does not eat kimchi for breakfast. He can't move me. And so she stood there on all 4 legs looking at me, going, you can't move me. So I thought, I'm an intelligent boy. I do my homework. I'm sure I can move her. So I went up to her and tried to scare her. And she just looked at me. So I went, hey, move, come on. Everybody else is going up to the shearing shed. But she just looked at me and went. So, after a while, I got my courage up and I tried to move her. Come on, move with me. And she just looked at me and So, after a while, I gave up. She was right. She was more intelligent than me. That was a really smart sheep. I think it was because of the rain. It had rained, so she was very extra heavy. So I went up and told my friends, I said, hey, there's a big sheep down there. There's a big ajuma sheep down the bottom, but she doesn't want to come up. And they said, yeah, don't worry about it. Leave her. We'll get her next year. So I left her. And I learned that sheep can be more intelligent than people. And so I've told you about sheep and animals being more intelligent. And in fact, some dogs can also be more intelligent than younger people, especially too. And birds are really, really intelligent. But I've told you about that. So now I'm going to tell you about I'm going to tell you about why we should not eat animals because of our health. You may have heard of SAD. Now, I don't mean being sad, I mean eating sad. SAD stands for SAD. SAD stands for the Standard American Diet. And that does not mean the USA diet, American as the USA. It means North American, which really means Western. New Zealand is not in North America, but the New Zealand diet is very similar to the Standard American diet. It means meat and potatoes and vegetables. But often the potatoes and vegetables are overcooked, so there's not much nutrition, and the nutritious quality is drained out. And the meat has a lot of oil and grease. So the oil and grease stops you from absorbing the good nutrients left in the vegetables. So that by the time you've finished eating, you feel full. But you feel full because your stomach is bloated. You've eaten all this food, but there's no nutrition in it. And so the meat actually makes your diet worse. And then people get stressed, they get a heart attack, and they die young. They look old, younger. So eating meat is not healthy for you. So I've told you about why eating meat in animals is not good for you. But why is eating meat bad for the environment? The world doesn't have a heart to get clogged with animal fat. So how can eating animals be bad for the world? Well, there are two main reasons. One is the atmosphere, and one is the sea. You know, when you eat a lot of food sometimes, you want to burp and you want to fart. We are animals too. Well, animals, especially cattle, like cows and pigs, especially cows are cattle, but pigs are animals too. They burp and they fart, and they make methane. In Konglish, we pronounce it methane, right? Methane? Methane? Methane. In English, we say methane, TH sound. And that is actually a worse gas for the atmosphere than carbon dioxide. It makes the heat in the atmosphere hotter much quicker. So that is a big problem for the atmosphere. But then also, with the fertilizer to grow the grass, to feed the cattle, and with the sewage that comes from the animals pooing and weeing, all the nitrates from all of those wash down in the rain, into the gutter, into the drain, down the river and into the sea. And so that's not good for the ocean, and it's not good for the land or the rivers. And so those are two main ways why growing cattle to feed to people is really bad. The atmosphere and the ocean. But even before the ocean, it's bad for the water, because the sewage, the poos and wees, goes down into the water table, and then we have to drink it. So that's not very healthy either. So, in conclusion then, you can see there are many, many good reasons why we should not support the meat industry. We should not support the meat industry we should look after the environment, we should look after our own health, and first of all, we should also look after our neighbors, our pets, and our intelligent friends on Earth. The very cute animals that we share the planet with. Thank you very much.